Okay, so let's talk about emphatic inversion as fast as possible. All right. So why does this exist? So emphatic inversion exists with the purpose to focus on certain information or to defocus, right, from certain information. There are some key elements to use emphatic inversion. The first of them is these adverbs here, right? So these adverbial constructions. So rarely, little, nowhere, only, after, not, since. There are more, of course, but these are the most common, let's say. Second thing you have to keep in mind is that emphatic inversion is rarely used in spoken English. It is used more in writing. It is considered to be something rather formal. So let's take a look at some examples here. So rarely do we find such realistic sound effects. So this sentence here is using the emphatic inversion in order to make it stronger, that it's very rare to find such realistic sound effects. So this phrase here is talking about a lecture on the War of the Worlds, which was a radio transmission that caused a public frenzy in the United States in the 1920s or 30s. I don't remember exactly. So these sound effects here are talking about the sound effects in the radio transmission, right? As we can see here, we have an inversion of the normal word order, right? A natural sentence would be something like, oh, it's really rare, or it's rare to find such realistic sound effects. But then what we do is we move the rarely to the beginning of the phrase, and then the subject comes after the rarely here. So after this adverbial construction, right? Little did they know what the show would cause, right? So this again, it's to emphasize that people had no idea what the effect of the show would be, right? There are some situations, some adverbial constructions where you actually need to use it. So there's no other option um, beyond the emphatic inversion. So the second example here is one of them. So in this case, it's necessary if you want to use this little here in this meaning in the context here, right? So some of these emphatic inversions, we will find the subject inversion in the first part of the sentence, in the first clause, and in other cases we will find in the second part of the sentence or in the second clause. There's actually no rule for this, so you have to memorize. Okay, of course, I don't support this idea that you have to memorize everything, right? So as you use it more often, you will get the gist of it. You will use it more naturally. So this is a very nice way. It's considered to be quite an advanced technique to emphasize an information or to de-emphasize, so move the focus away from another information.